G'day, Spark Millie here, and welcome back to our McLaren Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod save. So I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we've got the Circuit of Americas. Looks like it's going to be quite a routine sunny race. No rain expected, but that could of course change. Before we get started here, I just want to thank Starry Beam, William Hughes, and Joey the Flying Fin for commenting in the last video. I reply to every comment, so it means the world to have you guys interacting with the series. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the series, like the video that is of course. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so gearbox done in 23 hours, and we're repairing the cars after last Grand Prix, so we'll just forward it here. As we are working on the reliability of the new engine, which is probably a good shout for a bit, and then we'll switch to performance, so hopefully we have a bit of a performance boost. Alright, so gearbox done, let's design a new part. So I think we've moved focus to next season, very much so. So let's chuck in, and we got to get this engine build out the way to start. Let's just put in a massively illegal part for the engine. So if we do have an next season McLaren, we have a bit of a boost up the grid. Of course, if we get the best engine on grid this season, at the end of this season, it does count towards the goals that we have at the start of the episode if you have a look at them. But 1461, I think that is a insane engine. So hopefully that'll be good for next season if we were to continue on with this save. So just switching focus from reliability to performance on that engine, it looks like we can get it pretty much all the way up to 1371 before the race, which would be awesome for our performance. Welcome to the Circuit of the Americas for qualifying. Quite a quick little prep, only a couple minutes, but straight into qualifying here. We're looking okay for pace with Ricardo. It's about 5th. Norris is really down the grid, down at 10th. Hopefully we can see an improvement from him in Q3. I've been trying with the setups, but just something isn't right with them today. But 97% for Norris isn't too bad. Just couldn't get that 98%. So we'll send him out with 97. No point tweaking it. Right now he's still in 9th. Don't know if we'll get 3 runs done today, and I don't think it's worth it. Oh no, there's maximum track grip. Doesn't really matter. The track's not going to get any grippier, so send them out another set of fresh supers and hope that we get a better grid position. Ricardo's fallen down to P7 now. He's in P5 Q2 on the harder tyre. Maybe we should have sent him out in the harder tyre yet again, but that's alright. 7th and 10th is not the best, but because we're on a better strategy in the race okay, now we dropped down to 8th, which is not the best qualifying session with Alonso beating us out. So Ricciardo didn't have a great one there. Norris pretty much where he was in Q2, not great to be behind the AlphaTauri, but hopefully we can turn things around in the race. Alright, race day. We've got the optimal strategy. I have a good feeling about this race. I think we can hopefully get something going here, but let's go light-footed, of course. Race trim and light-footed. And soft tires. Yep, it confuses me because it uses different compounds to the real F1, but it's essentially the same thing. We're going to push, overtake, push, and start race. Come on, lads. Let's hope for a big podium to keep our streak alive here. We're going to ride on board with Ricardo because he's the driver in front. So let's do it. Let's get Alonso early. Looks like we're going to be under increasing pressure from Gasly early, though. We block off Lando. Gasly flies up between the Red Bull and Alonso. Norris goes past Ricardo. The 2 Alpines are now ahead. Ocon's joined in on the party, and we fall to 10th and 11th. Not fantastic, but plenty of time in this race to go as we are fighting with Vettel. And someone goes off the track there. Not sure what happened there. Vettel did, and he's under investigation. He must have corner cut and then just lost control or something. But Ricciardo up in P8, Norris down in P12. We're still fighting in between Ocon and Gasly. Alonso has dropped out of the party a little bit down there, and tyres overheating. Time to conserve and go on high on the engine, just so we can ease into this race a little bit more. But still going here. Ocon's been overtaken. I swear someone said fun with Alonso. I think Norris did, but Ricciardo's gotten Ocon, his teammate, which is good. And Norris still struggling around with Alonso. Hopefully we can get away from that battle, start pushing up the grid. But Ricciardo is in a good spot right now because obviously the drivers in front still got a pit. Fresh to the sauce will be 43 laps, so the one stop should be easily done by both drivers today, hopefully. That is the plan. But right now, we're getting into the swing of this race, so we'll speed ahead. Alright, so Lando's tyres keep overheating, so we're just going to have to tell him to keep conserving, unfortunately, despite him being in a battle. Because, yeah, as soon as your tyres overheat, they just burn through like nothing else. So, looks like the top guys are going on mediums, which means they'll probably go to the end of this race quite easily. They won't be pushing on the softs at all. This is quite a easy one stop. They could have honestly gone on the softs. But can Ricciardo get to the end of this Grand Prix on this set? Do we have to start looking at that? 25, yeah, look, it's cheating, isn't it? No stopping, so we won't do that. But Ricciardo looking after those tyres beautifully, the Lightfoot. Lando's tyres are gone. We're going to put him on another set of softs. Or do we put him on a super soft? No, they won't make it. So soft it is. In he comes. Hopefully he gets a good pit stop. Come out in some sort of competitive position. Yeah, so not bad to come out in 12th there for sure. And we've got a bit of excess fuel and excess tyre wear now. So Ricciardo's going to smash these tyres in and get on a fresh set as soon as possible because we're going to have a lot of leftover tyre wear. So hopefully he can make up as much time on 4th place Sainz as possible, who may be a bit awkward to finish this race on the set that he's on. But we're going to pit Ricciardo nice and early here, put him on another set of softs, and he can just attack as hard as he wants to try and get back that podium. Not on the fuel side though. So he is now behind Bottas in 5th. Norris doing well. We can get him attacking on fuel. We sort of take it away focus him a little bit. Hopefully he can catch Ocon. It will be a good effort if he does, but he's got plenty of fuel to play around with and tyre wear. We'll tell him to push. He's got 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go. Should be fine. And yeah, Ricciardo here fighting behind Bottas. Not really gaining on the Mercedes. A bit difficult, but he's getting close now. And hopefully with 5 laps to go, he can steal one spot out because I think Sainz might pit. So if Sainz pits with 4 laps to go, it opens the door there. Bottas is already all over the back of him. And we're right behind him, so we could be on here, lads, for a podium. And we will overtake Bottas. Now, Ricciardo has just got the, quite frankly, destroyed tyres of Sainz ahead of him, stopping him from being on the podium. Look, he's on 14%. Come on, Ricciardo. Don't let Bottas involved on the party, and let's just go forward here. And he will get 3rd. Sainz pits. And our podium streak may continue here. The superior strategy wins out today as Norris's tyres aren't looking great. He's in 8th. He's done an awesome job to catch Ocon. And the second half of this Grand Prix has been pretty much perfect, I think. We've gotten everything that we could have done. And right now, we are 1 point ahead of Ferrari, which is exactly what we want to see coming into this crunch time of the season. Now we're 1 point behind him in 3rd place. Well, we're in 4th. They're in 3rd. But yeah. I still think Ferrari have got a bad race in them. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't have another DNF because that's what got us in this 4th place to begin with. Norris crashing out a couple races ago, but Daniel Ricciardo on a podium streak to finish off the season would be fantastic. Still got another lap to go here, but we're going to keep telling him to push. And Ricciardo's going to cross the line in P3 and get on the podium once again in the Circuit of the Americas. And we are starting to see some consistency from the Australian. I can't wait if we can put Lando in an equal car and see him fighting up here too. But it is a bit difficult because we are having to prioritize one car. And Ricciardo is doing the job right now, so I won't switch out that superior car at the moment. But yeah, what a race that was in the second half. Norris did his job, Ricciardo did his job, get the double overtake from 5th after the pit stop. And we definitely got to get Lando and then engineer with light-footed. Anyone cheating? Let's have a look here. I wouldn't be surprised if Max Verstappen is again, but he's not. It's just that drive-through for Vettel and Raikkonen. They must have had a collision of some sort. But there he is on the podium again. Let's get the confetti. I think I skipped this last time, but lovely to see. Daniel Ricciardo, just a common member of the podium now, which is awesome. Exactly what I want to see. And he's still some way off Leclerc, but Norris is some way ahead of Sainz. So it shows where the fight's being won and lost. Norris doing a solid job. Leclerc's got an awesome car with a fantastic engine in it, so it's always going to be tough. And Sainz sort of being left out to dry as the AI do in this game. But that being said, not a bad race there. And we are starting to lose chairman happiness again, which is not great. Obviously, we got an increase for finishing second a couple Grand Prix ago. And 40%. I think we'll see out the season, and I'm confident if we had a second season, we'll be much better on the grid. So I'm not too worried about that. The test track has really dogged us over a little bit. More my lack of knowing that we didn't have a test track. If it didn't have a test track, I wouldn't have said second place, that's for sure, because it's very hard. Daniel had a great win. I'm sick of being asked this every time. He didn't even win, he got a podium, man. Zach Brown didn't like that. I keep forgetting about that answer. I always answer wrong, but that's fine, doesn't matter. Our chairman happiness should be okay for a season, as I was saying. But yes, that was Circuit of the Americas. Alright, so Mexico City is in 3 days, but that's how the championship looks, and it's going to be tight coming into the last few races of the season. I believe we have 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 races. Melbourne GP still coming up. Of course, one of our goals is to win that Grand Prix. We're on decent form. if Verstappen and Lewis have a bad race, then hopefully we're the third place driver who can pick up the slack and win that race. We're looking more likely to win the Melbourne GP than the Silverstone Grand Prix, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure that was a disaster, but that's fine. We'll look forward, won't look back and dwell on things. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series. If you are, make sure to leave a like in the video. If you're not already, consider subscribing. We're so close to 800 subs. Join the Discord server, add me on Twitter, or follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next one.